HDF is a favorite YouTube channel of mine. Today's video will be about Jonathan and his family, who cater to a massive online community built on the foundation of a strong family and a strong desire to race. So slap that sub, ring that notification bell, and let's get started with the video. They don't care about money, and I'm sure they'd still share their experiences on their channel even if YouTube didn't have an ad revenue program, so the ad revenue thing is just a bonus. Hunt the Front is a race team and online community that posts videos about what it takes to run a grassroots dirt late model program with drivers Joseph Joyner and Jonathan Joyner at the helm. They do everything from working in the workshop to racing and sharing their wins, losses, and everything in between on their channel. The family's from Milton, Florida, and includes his wonderful wife, Shadow Joyner, and their two children, Tennyson Joyner. The channel is based on a number of core values that are both simple and significant. Jonathan wishes to instill the values of being a good father, a good husband, and a good teacher in his children. He's a great race car driver and a role model for me and many other young people. Jonathan and his brother race dirt late models, and their weekdays are filled with cars and them preparing for races, while on weekends you can find them competing with other drivers at the dirt track. They're such a wonderful family, and Jonathan's passion for racing stems from his father. Growing up, he used to see his father driving, and that really inspired him to take the wheel someday. And he would be with his brother helping him with his car. Gained first-hand experience, Jonathan admits that racing has played an important role in his life. He and his brother would spend most of their time with their father on the tracks or in the workshop, making numerous trips across the southeast on dirt tracks. Jonathan's racing career began around 22 years ago in the early 2000s when he was only 13 years old. He made his debut in the hog division, and the first race was an old Chevy Nova with a 4-point roll cage, and he spent the next 3 years competing in various lower divisions, and he was still 16 at the time. That wasn't even a legal age for him to drive, even though he already had experience in racing, similar to Max Verstappen, but he raced in many places from the Southern Raceway track in his hometown to the Flomaton Speedway in Alabama. And since then, he's raced in a variety of divisions as well as limited crate and super late model events. But he soon gave up the wheel and handed it over to his brother Joseph. I understand that Jonathan now has a family and that racing can be dangerous at times, so he passed the torch to his brother. Joseph Joyner, the youngest of 3 Joyner brothers, began racing dirt bikes with Jonathan in 2000 when he was only 5 years old. Even at a young age, he was exceptionally talented, winning all of the races in the Southeast. When he was 12, he traded in his dirt bike for a roll cage and joined the team's hog division, where he drove for an entire season before moving on to the hobby division, and then straight into late models in 2007. By the age of 13, he was already winning races in both the crate and late models, and he was one of the top drivers in the area with as many victories and 10 grand in the crate late model. They've been one of Florida's best racers, and they even accept defeat with pride. They've accomplished a lot at such a young age, and even though they've blown up cars and torn race cars, they've had some incredible experiences, and even though I don't know them personally, I feel like I do as I watch their episodes, and they have a very warm, homely vibe. They now have a sizable online following dedicated to racing and family values. What are your impressions of Jonathan and his family? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We'll leave a link in the description box if you haven't seen them yet. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Have a wonderful day ahead of you.